The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. What's going on, guys? Eric Sablon here with Burnt Phone Marketing. I'm super excited. Welcome to the show again. I'm fired up. We've got a lot of value coming your way. Today, I got the honor of interviewing David Breedlove. And the cool thing about David is he actually reached out to me. We were back and forth, messaging back and forth, and he gave me a course that literally changed some of the things that I'm doing and how I'm working with messenger chats and messenger bots. But he's definitely got the messenger game down. He's the founder of Prospective Media. He also does Clever Money Making, or Clever Money Maker, which is a super cool course. And they focus on knowledge, community, and wealth. He also does MLM lead machines. And if you haven't seen that course, I'm actually going to throw that into the page that I make for all my guests. I'm going to throw that in there so you can link right to it. And he also is a network marketing professional. So David, man, thank you for the time and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you reaching out.
No problem. Again, thank you for hooking me up with that funnel and that messenger bot. That was a home run, and I've shared that with a lot of people that really got value out of that. So I'm going to just start off with the interview like I always do, a little bit about your background and how you got into entrepreneurship or marketing. A little bit, I know that you're a family man and you're taking the kids to Disney, so that's super cool. But, a little bit about your backstory of who you are, and so the customer the audience kind of knows who you are.
Sure. So just a little bit of the backstory. My parents were always like real estate and business savvy people. My dad had his own business. My mom was in sales, but they were both like always kind of wheeling and dealing. So I grew up with two parents that knew how to kind of come up with their own forms of money, right? So, it was instilled in me at a very young age that, although I grew up not wanting for anything, but just that, hard work, and you can't depend on other people to always put money in your pocket. Like, you have to take on some of that responsibility. But, that being said, once I got to college and stuff like that, I ended up getting in trouble a lot. Like I was definitely, a little bit of a partier. And so basically what happened was, going back and forth between, like getting good jobs, but then messing it up because of, partying too much or using drugs and stuff like that. It landed me in some bad situations. And, finally around the age of 28, I decided like it's time to get my life together. And that's what I did. And I got myself clean. I started working towards, bettering myself. I got a job at a landscape company, worked my way up from $10 an hour to being the foreman after like 3 years. But once I hit foreman, I started to realize that like I had hit the ceiling in this company. And because of my past and stuff like that, it wasn't like I could just go out and get some great job now. Anywhere I would pretty much go, I would have a lot of hurdles I'd have to go over. And, my daughter was just about to be born. And I just decided that, it was time for me to make my own kind of destiny. And I got laid off for the winter, and a buddy of mine, he said, "Hey, you got a truck? I know how to start a business. Let's do one." And it kind of just went from there. So I got a sick baby here, so.
That's good. That's good. Let's see. Hi.
Hi.
Awesome. So like you literally had your back up against the wall and you kind of took some of the hurdles that you had and basically built something, you know, what I like is all the stuff that you've learned in the past couple of years and you're applying it. It's just like fantastic. The
Wow. Oh, hi.
all of the like the knowledge that you've done and all the little sites that you've done have been fantastic. So I actually just, you know, tell me a little bit about what your business is and what your dream client looks like.
Sure. So I got into like ClickFunnels and network marketing and stuff like that because, you know, basically trying to find leads for my own business, right? My construction business. And I was paying third parties like say Home Advisor, Angie's List, a lot of money for those. So what I did was I had a buddy who was in the ClickFunnels and he recommended to me. And initially I didn't have anything to do with this. I was just paying him to run my ClickFunnels. He was actually the guy. I hired him to be help for my construction business. And you know how that goes if you ever, you know, get introduced to a ClickFunnels guy. Is just, you know, this whole world opened up, and being entrepreneurial minded at this point, you know, at this point it'd been like a year of trying to find my own leads and do all this kind of stuff on my own. This kind of seemed pretty cool. And I had to get knee surgery. And so when that happened, I was kind of like stressed out. I was going to have to be off my feet for about a month. And right around that time, a buddy whose business I supported by becoming his energy customer, he asked me like, "Hey, would you want to do this too?" And I'm like, you know, shoot, I'm going to be laid up for about a month. I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And I got plugged in. I got, you know, X amount of customers, which put like almost $2,000 into my pocket within like 3-4 weeks. And when you go from lugging around bricks and lumber and all that kind of stuff, and now you make almost $2,000 in a month just by talking to people and getting them to sign up for a free service, I was like, this is amazing, right? And but I already knew that I was going to have to figure out a way to get leads, because I knew that the leads were going to fall out. You know, I think a lot of people, when they get into network marketing, they don't think that far ahead. Like, you know, I'm going to actually have to find a lead source at some point. So I already understood that. And one of the first things I remember my buddy saying about ClickFunnels was, it works for everything. It works for any business, any niche, anything, whatever. It's just you have to find the angle for that particular niche. Right. So I decided I would do the One Funnel Away challenge and learn this thing. And so that's what I did. I did while I was off for that month, you know, I was getting people to sign up to be my customer. And I was doing the One Funnel Away challenge, and I was learning about how to make an offer and how to, you know, make yourself, you know, give yourself something more than just what your company is offering, because everybody out there has the same product. So what's going to make you different? And that's kind of where that started off for me. And the Clever Money Makers was that's actually our brand as for our particular downline. So anybody that joins in our network marketing opportunity is a Clever Money Maker at that point. And then just recently we put out the MLM lead machines, and that is our program, our onboarding system, our teaching platform, where now we're officially like charging people for MLM education.
Right. And that, you know, what's funny is, you know, like you said, I did that same exact, see, look at my shirt. I did that same,
Yeah.
I did the same challenge you did. And I had the same nuggets that basically came out of that. I was like, you know what is my value proposition? What is my offer? What makes me different from, you know, some guy that's making, you know, we're always leaning on those guys telling these big stories about who these other people are. What is it that makes them want to join me? And that was a huge adjustment when I did that one funnel away. And I love the fact that you're building a culture and building a team around what you made, the clever money makers, and then giving them another option once they come in more onboarding. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, the thing is you know, like, so I joined up in Steve's downline because I wanted to learn from Steve and from Russell and see what those guys were doing. But like you know, the funny thing is I understood that with this, so right away they said that network marketers are going to be great people to build your team with, right? But I took some other courses. You know, I'll shout out some people out there. Like I took Tyson's honors course, which was a great course. Nico Morano's course. I did Steve's course. And one thing I understood. Hold on one second, Jordan. Can you give her like some chocolate? You can have some too. Okay. So I took all these guys' courses, but the one that really kind of stood out to me was Tyson's honors, because he said that when you have a course, right? So I can bring people in and I can teach them how to become network marketers. And if they don't join my downline, that's not really a big deal because I've already brought in a customer. Right. I'm getting good testimonies, and I've established in the basket in there on the desk. I've already established like that business relationship. So right now that's what I'm doing. So, and with my products, I don't need to bring people in to be promoters of my products to enjoy them, right? So if I'm getting somebody results in their opportunity, right? So if they're in Herbalife, if they're in Prove It, if they're in, you know, IML, if they're, you know, all these different companies that are out there, if they're in one of those and I can help them get results in their business, and I have other opportunities that can allow them to make some money, save some money, do other things. Once I've already established that level of trust and I've given them so much value, when you have other products, they're more likely to buy off of you. And once you get somebody to buy off of you one time, they're more likely, okay, well, we don't have any pops, so you got to give her that. Okay, well, that's fine. Once you establish a business relationship and you get somebody to buy off of you one time, they're more likely to buy off of you again. And that's really the only way you can scale a business is you either find more customers or you give more products to your customers that you already have to buy. So if you can do both of those things, now you're really like,
so I was at a conference. I actually follow Grant Cardone, and he always says, hey, for the second money, because it's always like the second money is easier than the first money because they already, like you said, they already trust you. And then there was a slide a while back that I had that showed how a micro business could build just by adding basically 10%. So basically one more customer, one more time they purchase, and one more time a 10% increase. And it was like a 48% increase overall just to get that one customer by one more time, add one more customer, and then add 10% to all of those orders. And it was like crazy. So I love what you're doing with that. And we'll talk a little bit about that, that course that you have, because we definitely want to get some people into it. So you've been an entrepreneur for, you know, a couple years now. What's the one thing you would have told yourself, you know, 5 years ago that would have scaled your business faster?
Honestly, I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers with this, but I wish that I didn't find ClickFunnels first. I wish that that kind of came a little bit later in the journey because, and you know, maybe some other people didn't have this experience, but for me, I thought it was all about the landing page, all about the funnel, all about that. And it had to look awesome. It had to have all these working components, and it had to be all this beautiful package. And I did that for like 6 months, and I struggled, and I didn't understand the concept. And then I thought a podcast was the way to build my business. And then I thought there was this, and then I had to market this way on Instagram. I had to market this way on YouTube, and I had to market this way on Facebook. And don't get me wrong, like I'm totally glad that I know how to use a platform like ClickFunnels, because now that I'm at this point where I'm at now, I'm actually like whipping out converting funnels like that.
Yeah.
But so maybe in a sense that it was definitely part of the journey for sure. But I wish I would have understood more in the beginning that the whole process is the funnel.
Right.
The whole process is the funnel. And you can, like, honestly, I think actually having like the landing page and the bridge funnel and all that kind of stuff, that stuff should come after you've already kind of like set yourself up on a certain platform and kind of built your persona and who you are from there. And then also another big key piece I would say is that once I stopped trying to be like everybody else, that's when I started getting more comfortable with who I was and what I had to offer people. And then that was what basically kind of was the tip of the iceberg, or the first domino to once I figured out that component, right? Because I mean, you see how I am. I got long hair. I wear hoodies. I am who I am. But
Right.
A year ago, I was wearing button-up shirts, and I was going to hotel parties, and I was taking pictures of my car and stuff. And I'm not saying if anybody's doing that that's wrong, but what I'm saying is that wasn't me. I didn't feel like myself doing those things, and I also felt like I was being somebody else. So whenever I would talk to people, I didn't feel authentic. You know what I mean? And once I kind of embraced, Jordan, put that away. Once I kind of embraced that, look, that's just not me. I don't want to be that. And I hung those shirts in the closet. And I just started talking about what really, how network marketing really affected me, which is personally, like, I think it really saved my life, because I was at a point where, I wasn't really sure what I wanted anymore.
Right.
And, my personal development as far as my recovery was stagnant. I wasn't working towards goals, and I didn't get into network marketing. Ryan, we don't have any. I didn't get into network marketing for personal development, but personal development happened as a byproduct of network marketing, and totally saved my life, because now looking back on it, I was in a bad way.
Right. I actually felt the same way too, because I always tell people when I'm talking to them that network marketing is a compensation plan, a personal development course wrapped with a compensation plan. I love saying that to people. And, I didn't get into it for personal development, and I've been in it for 5 years, and I'm like a totally different person than I was 5-6 years ago. You think of different things, you're reading more books. And that was one of the big things. High school, I say from the stage, I was a C student on a good day. I never read a book unless I had to. Now I'm reading a book a month, at least a book, and studying it. So, personal development is the key to doing a lot of things. Also, one thing that you said was, and it was a nugget that I share with a lot of people, is you told me a while back in the messenger that says, I was building elaborate pages for forever, and then I just built this quick one button page, and it converts like you wouldn't believe. So there's a lot of people in the ClickFunnels space they have these great elaborate funnels, but they're not converting. And I know that yours do, because I saw some of your stats, and you kind of showed me some of your stats that they're converting. You're adding people, you're getting leads, but that's one thing that I've noticed is a lot of people want it to look so pretty.
My funnel's been really highly converting, and I actually just recently introduced email marketing for the first time. I was not very big in the email marketing. I was definitely more in the ChatBots, and even before I introduced the email marketing, my latest funnel for my course, the opt-in rate is like in the 80s.
Right.
And the actual buy rate was at 60% for a while too.
Wow.
And that was just through me sharing the content with people and manually following up with them. But, it's just funny because like once certain things start clicking, like I did a funnel the other day and I got 65 people onto my chatbot just by making an organic post in a Facebook group.
That's the way that we want it to happen, organically, so we don't really have to pay for it.
Right.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to rate and subscribe. I know it's hard to find people to pitch or talk to when your warm market dries up. So what do? When I first got started, I took off like most of you did. Then you started to get that feeling of being that guy. Me too. So to help you from hitting that brick wall, I've created a summit with the top 10 network marketing professionals for you, 100% complimentary. Yes, it's free. I want to start off by building an amazing relationship with you. So no matter if you've been in the industry for years or you just got started, this summit is for you. So go to www.burnphonemarketing.com and get your complimentary network marketing summit. Again, that's BURNTPHONE marketing.com and get access to this phenomenal summit. There you are going to find 3 keys to building a solid network marketing business. Number 1, belief. Number 2, strategy. And number 3, action. So to get access, go to www.burnphonemarketing.com and get your complimentary network marketing summit. Again, that's burnphonemarketing.com.